So welcome to this month's Vanna's collaboration, and this month we're talking about motorhomes that we've had and why we changed, which I thought was very appropriate for
at
the moment. Yeah. So don't forget to watch the other videos in this collaboration. There will be a playlist on the card at the end of the video. There'll be a playlist in the bottom there, and I might even put something up the top there somewhere. So let's get on with ours.
Okay then.
Okay, so where do we start?
We start back in 2003 with our Auto Cruise Vista.
Okay.
Very first motorhome, 1.9 turbo diesel,
Yeah.
door at the back,
Yeah.
wasn't it? An L-shaped lounge, which we had to make up into a bed,
Yeah.
with a flappy thing that we had to have a pole to hold up. Had,
a cut-off broom handle to
yeah.
hold the flap up.
It was a
yeah.
very clever van, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we had we had a full-size cooker, didn't we? We had a little fridge, we had
Yeah.
a sink, we had a toilet and shower room at the back.
It was fully equipped, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And it was under 6 metres.
Under 6 metres, so it fitted on our drive at the time.
Yeah, which was a big consideration for us,
Yes.
size-wise.
Yeah.
So what happened?
What happened was that we started bringing Bonnie, Katie's sister, with us,
Yeah.
and it started to get a bit crowded on the L-shaped sofa.
Yeah.
And also we had an insurance policy that matured, which helped amazingly to pay for the difference between the Vista and our next motorhome,
Which was our first new motorhome.
which our first new motorhome,
Yeah.
an Auto Cruise Starfire.
Yeah.
This is the one we owned for the longest.
Yeah, and I think it was probably one of our favourites.
Yes, yes, it was.
It was on the slightly older Peugeot Boxer engine, but it was the upgraded engine. It was the 2 litres, whereas the Vista was on a 1.9.
But it was a bit sluggish, wasn't it?
It
The
was a
Vista
bit,
had a few challenges with it.
Yeah, so it really was, because it was the same, well, only slightly longer. It still fitted on our drive, but we had loads of upgrades with it. There were, things like outside barbecue points and
That's
all
right.
sorts of extras. It was a really,
Really nice van. It was 2 sofas, 2 facing sofas,
Yeah.
and that made up into a long, fairly wide bed.
Yeah.
Had that really clever swing wall bathroom,
Yeah,
and we had that from 2006 to 2014.
yeah. Why did we change?
Why did we change? Because
We'd had a long time, I
circumstances
think.
changed. Yeah, circumstances had changed
Yeah.
as well for us. We saw at the NEC the new Bailey Compact
Yeah.
540,
Yeah,
and we thought that's a great idea, a drop-down bed.
which
because
saves a load of space.
It was
Yeah.
getting a bit of a pain to keep making that bed up.
Yeah, yeah,
So we thought that would be good. And we also wanted travel seats because we were starting to take other people with us on day trips and whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, so we bought the Bailey Compact in May 2014,
yeah.
and we sold it in the December. So
Yeah.
there were several factors involved. One was that we moved and we had a bigger drive, so we were no longer
let's put it the other
restricted.
way around. We saw a house that had a bigger drive,
Yes, and we thought in the
So that-
future we can have a
bigger motorhome.
yeah. But the real thing that got to us with that van, it was a nice van. It was comfortable to sit in.
Yeah.
But it was the drop-down bed.
We had a load of trouble when we first bought it with the drop-down bed, and it was a big problem. It wouldn't come down, wouldn't go back up. It wouldn't come down. Bits of trim fell off. It was an early adopter's van, if I can put it that, or a Friday afternoon van.
Well, I've seen on various forums that in that initial year there were
Yeah.
a lot of problems with them, and I think it was the solutions that we finally had to it, which
Yeah.
the motor wasn't big enough. So we were watching a lot of Swift things and other motorhome reviews,
Yeah,
and we saw a Swift Bolero, didn't we?
yeah,
Then we went to the NEC and we saw it there,
yeah,
and then we were just looking at our local dealers and we found that one of our local dealers had one, so we just went for a look, didn't we?
yeah. And we bought it.
And we bought it, yeah, because we really liked it.
It was. I mean, the Bolero was really nice, and it had a lot of fitted equipment that we hadn't had with the Bailey, or indeed with the Starfire.
No, that's right.
But no, probably not true actually. It probably had about the same fitted equipment as a Starfire, but
Yeah, it had the
yeah.
barbecue point, didn't
Yeah.
it, and the outside
Yeah,
shower and
that's right.
things like that.
so lots of nice fitted equipment. It was
Yeah.
a really nice van.
Yes.
which we had a great time with.
We did, yeah.
You know,
So
we went first. It was the first van we took abroad.
it was.
Out in the daylight.
That's in quick.
Isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
Right.
Out to the tunnel.
you're in France. You'd say.
Am I? It
Yeah.
wasn't the most sociable lounge.
No, and if you happened to sit in the inside of the travel seats, you couldn't get out. The table, you had an extension to the table, and people couldn't get out then. So,
No.
but we'd had it 5 years.
Yeah.
It was from 2014 to 2019,
Yeah.
and then why did we change then?
Okay. We thought, why do we need travel seats?
That's right. Why don't we? Because we borrowed a little Alliance that had.
Oh, that's right. The
had-
59 too.
Yeah,
and it
which had-
twin-facing sofas.
That's right. Back to like the Starfire
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And we'd had various people around. We'd been to, Summerswood and all that. And it seemed very nice that you could fit all these people around
Yeah.
rather than all this travel seats thing. So that was the consideration. We saw Todd's had got one, didn't we? We went over there again. We just have a look. And then something about it at that time, I thought this is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and
we
so-
were very taken with it.
Yeah.
Just going back to, I think the reason for changing to the bolero and the twin bed thing was we'd got fed up with the drop-down bed. So this one also had the same layout as the bolero, and that was a
Yes.
big factor. We had, a newer van with a warranty, less issues, than keeping an older van. At the time we sold the bolero, that was getting on for 5 years old.
It was 5 years old,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It was. It
so-
was just about 5 years old.
So I think all those factors combined, and that's why we ended up getting the Kon-Tiki Sport.
And that brings us sort of up to date now. We've changed from the Kon-Tiki Sport to the van that we always used to go around shows.
Yeah, and I think it's the van we've always wanted.
Yes.
Hopefully it's a bit of a keeper. It's got all the things we want. It's got the twin sofas, it's got the travel seats, it's got the single beds, but admittedly they're higher up, and
and the garage.
and and the automatic, the
Yes.
bigger engine.
yeah,
it's
so
just-
everything. I think, I wanted you to have an automatic because, you'd found those Baileys
Well,
much easier to drive.
It's easier on a longer drive.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
So that's our motorhome history, isn't it? We've had,
Yeah.
I keep records of them, so I've got categories, and I'm now on motorhome 6.
Right. Okay. And we've never had a caravan before. Anyone else?
No, we've not had a tent, have we?
No. That was Jenny says no. I thought about trailer tent, didn't we? But
No,
it's a whole
no.
different story.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I hope you found this interesting. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to watch the other videos. So we'll catch you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye then.
Bye then.